Adding and subtracting like fractions will be our next topic. Like fractions are fractions with the same denominator, so they are broken up into the same parts. So in our example, we have 1/4 plus 2/4. If you noticed, each circle is broken up into 4 parts. Okay, this one only has 1 of the 4 parts. This one has 2 of the 4 parts. So if you put them together, you would have 3 of the 4 parts. Okay, so if they're like, they are made up of the same number of parts. The steps to solving like fractions. So when you are solving like fractions, you need to add or subtract the whole numbers and the fractions separately. Not all your fractions will be mixed numbers, so you might not have to worry about the whole number part on all of them. If the denominators are the same, so you can only add or subtract fractions together if they have the same denominator. So step 1, if the fractions have whole numbers, add and subtract them together. Step 2, you need to add and subtract your numerators, and then again, step 3, you need to keep the denominator. Do not add the denominators together. And then step 4, you're going to simplify if necessary. Let's look at some examples. I have 1/5 plus 4/5. If you notice, their denominators are the same. So I can add them together. So 1 plus 4 is 5. And I'm keeping my denominator of 5. So 5 over 5 is also 1 whole. If I were to draw this out, okay, I have 1 out of the 5. And then I have 4 out of the 5. Okay, all together, if I put them together, I would have 5 out of the 5. This one has 4, this one has another one. So if I combine them together, you would have the whole thing. Our next example, we have 3/10 minus 9/10. Again, our denominators are the same, so we can just subtract them. So I have 3 minus 9, and I'm keeping our denominator of 10. Okay, 3 minus 9 gives us a -6. Okay, we're taking away more than you had, and we're keeping our denominator of 10. I noticed that 6 and 10 are both even numbers, so we know we can divide them by 2. That will give me a -3 over 5. And then if you need to, you simplify down even further, but I know the only factors of 3 are 1 and 3 cannot go into 5. So that is the simplest it's going to be. So you're just adding or subtracting your numerators and keeping your denominators. We will be doing more examples in class tomorrow.